Good morning. Good morning. Isn't it a beautiful morning in Washington, D.C.? Isn't it a beautiful morning on U Street? Isn't it a beautiful morning in America? I spoke to God last night. She told me that the storm was going to leave late last night, and I believed her. Praise to another great day in Washington, D.C. on U Street. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bernard Demchuk. Good morning. Thank you. I am Ben's Chili Bowl's historian. I'm also Ben's Chili Bowl's chairman of our foundation. Our foundation, we give away over $50,000 a year to community groups, making this city better than it's ever been before. Thank you. We want to say thank you to our sponsors. They have been very generous. Every dime we raise goes back to the community. We thank you. We also want to thank the George Washington University for this stage. Say thank you. And the reason that the stage is important, it has to be strong because coming up after this will be Rare Essence and the Metropolitan Police Department side-by-side band. So let's say thank you. First of all, let's say thank you to all of our city government agencies, the DPW, the Department of Transportation, DC Parks and Rec, Fire Emergency, and our men and women in blue, the Metropolitan Police Department. Thank you. Chief Newsham is over there. Say thank you, Chief. Hey, 5 years ago it was hotter. 10 years ago it was hotter. This is not hot. This is good. I'd like to present to you one of the brothers of Ben's Chili Bowl, Ben Ali family. I present to you, he's a lawyer by trade, but today he flips hamburgers and grills chili dogs. Hello, Nizam Ali.
Thank you, Bernard, and good morning, everybody. Wow, it's really an honor and a pleasure to have you all here today. Thank you all so much for being here. On behalf of the entire Ali family, my dad who's looking on us from above, who helped bring us this beautiful day, Ben Ali, my mother, of course, Virginia Ali, my brothers, Sage and Kamal Ali, Vita and Sonia Ali, Jodica. Our whole entire family welcomes you here today on U Street, and we thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for supporting us for the last 60 years. This is indeed a special day. I am very honored to bring up a special guest for you. You all know her. You all know her music. She is a 26-year independent music artist. She was formerly the lead singer of Incognito, and we sing her songs all the time. She's got a wonderful new album out called Love is a Battlefield. She is from Baltimore, but we claim her here in D.C. You know her. Give her some love, y'all. This is Mesa.
Sorry about my hip here. Wow. Hello, D.C. I'm so honored to be here to sing our national anthem today for you. Lift every voice and sing. Okay, I'm going to do this right this. Okay. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the seed. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on, let us march on until victory is done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Really well done. Well done. Wow. Thank you so much, Mason, for that beautiful rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing. Next on the program, I want to bring up someone that you all know as well. This person has been in your home before, in your living room, and has probably been in a lot of your bedrooms as well. He has been a broadcaster and a personality and a friend of Ben's for decades, over 30 years. We all know him. We all listen to him on Magic 102.3. We see him on Fox 5. He flipped pancakes in here when he was with Good Morning America decades ago. He has always been a friend of Ben's. Who are we talking about? Obviously, Tony Perkins. Come on, Tony.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, quite an introduction. Thank you very much. It is an honor and a thrill to take part in this event. My first time at Ben's Chili Bowl was in the 1970s. Before it was an institution, it was a neighborhood restaurant at that time, was not even 20 years old yet. My father brought my brother and I here, and all I knew at the time was they had great half-smokes and great chili dogs, and that's what was important to me. But to be able to be here over the years and see how it has grown, see what it means to our community, see how the Ali family has persevered through very difficult times. Of course, the 1968 riots, the construction of Metro, when things were very, very tough, they linchpin, the anchor of this community, and for that, we applaud them and celebrate them. I've had the great pleasure to have breakfast here, have lunch here, and report from here for Fox 5, for WKYS back in the day, for Good Morning America. We did a feature here as well, and once again to be here as part of the Magic 102.3 family. I cannot say how important you all are to Washington, D.C. I congratulate you on the 60th anniversary, and thank you all for coming out here to celebrate today. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce. Did I suddenly get louder? It is my honor to introduce a man that I worked with for many years back in the day, as we say, and have had the blessing to be able to reunite with on the radio at Magic 102.3, another Washington, D.C. institution. You can hear him every afternoon at 3 p.m. on Magic. Please welcome my good friend, my boss, Donnie Simpson.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Tony Perkins. That's my man. How y'all doing? Good, good. It's good to see y'all. Before I do anything, I want to acknowledge one person that last time we had a program here at Ben's, it was to dedicate the new wall, and my brother Jim Vance was here. He's still here. He's looking down on us today, you know. Well, I shouldn't say that, because Jim never looked down on anybody. He's looking up on us today. And I just want to acknowledge him because I miss that brother every day. And I'm honored to share a wall with him and so many others. Ben's has always been a very special place to me because I grew up in my mother's record shop in Detroit. By the way, she's still there, 52 years now. Yeah, she sells more hot dogs and Ajax than she does records now, but she's still in there. And but when I came here and found Ben's, it reminded me of home. It was that mom pop joint that I loved so much. So I always felt home there. Not to mention that they had a jukebox in there, and I'd sit on the jukebox and play some jams. I'm a DJ, that's what I do. So it's just always been the most special place. I'd come down here and sit for 3-4 hours sometimes, just chilling with the people, you know, having a good time. So I want to thank Ben's for being my home away from home. And I just congratulate them on all the success that they've had over the years. This is a very special day. 60 years is a long time, you know, and I wish them another 60 plus that. You know, Miss Virginia, y'all know her so well. She's just one of the sweetest people I've ever known. So thank you for being my mom away from my mom, too. I appreciate that. All right, it's my honor to introduce a woman who I really adore. She's done such wonderful things for this city. She's got a brand new baby, but she's here with us today. Yeah. Please give it up for our mayor, Muriel Bowser.
Well, hello, D.C. Let's give a big D.C. round of applause to Virginia Ali and the Ali family. I am pleased to be here this morning with all of you, the Alis, members of the Council of the District of Columbia, and always with Reverend Jesse Jackson, who I said, welcome home, Reverend Jackson. And we get to honor the Ali family and Ben's Ali today and help them celebrate 60 years. As I think about this honor, I recall one evening I got to give a big speech to a national audience. And I had a litany of things I was going over that I thought were iconic for Washington, D.C. And there were two things that I mentioned that got the biggest round of applause. The second biggest round of applause went to the iconic Howard University in Washington, D.C. But the biggest round of applause was for our very own Ben's Chili Bowl. So, you know, we have more than 20 million people that come to D.C. just to visit us every single year. There's 700,000 of us who call Washington, D.C. home. And there have been decades of Washingtonians that have come right here to U Street, our Black Broadway, to visit our businesses. And we know that Lee's Florist is still here. Let's give a big round of applause to Lee's Florist and Ben's Chili Bowl. But Mrs. Ali, one of the biggest testaments to you and your family is when we can go in your restaurant and meet employees that have been with you since the very beginning. So you know not only that they serve up good food, but they're good people because they have invested in employing D.C. residents and helping them have families right here in Washington, D.C. So we wanted to give you another honor and make sure I think we're going to unveil it today, Ben's Chili Bowl Way. And we're going to have Nazim. Is Nazim going to show us Ben's Chili Bowl Way? There's Nazim. What, Mrs. Ali? Okay. Why don't we just get Nazim to do it, and Mrs. Ali can relax. Okay. All right, we're going to wait for Mom. It's right here.
When they're ready in their position, you start a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I got it. That I can do. At the intersection of Ben Ali Alley.
It's too hot for 10, right? Go to 5.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How about that? Ben's Chili Bowl Way at the intersection of Ben Ali Way.
Ladies and gentlemen, the two people responsible for Ben's Chili Bowl Way are Council Member from Ward 1 right here, Brianne Nadeau, and the Chairman, Phil Mendelson. Please come forward, guys. Please come forward.
You want to speak first? You want me to?
Happy to share the podium with you.
Good morning. It's great to be here. It's great to see all of you here. It's great to honor an icon for the city of Washington, Ben's Chili Bowl. I want to acknowledge a couple of colleagues who are here, besides Councilmember Nadeau, Ward 1, who's standing to my left. Councilmember Robert White at large, who's sitting over at the far end, and former council member Vincent Orange, now the president of the Chamber of Commerce, is standing over there, and Councilmember Jack Evans is behind me. We're all going to come back up in a minute because he has a resolution from the council that he's going to present. A couple of months ago, Councilmember Nadeau came to me and she said, you know, there's going to be this event here to honor Ben's Chili Bowl in 60 years. What can we do? And Councilmember Nadeau and I talked about it for a bit, and we came up with the idea of the legislation that authorizes this naming of this block of U Street after Ben's Chili Bowl Way, so that honor is not just for today, but it lives on, and as folks drive down the street, they will be reminded of this great tradition. And why do we celebrate this? We celebrate this because Ben's is a great local business. It's a great black-owned business. It's one of the few surviving black-owned businesses going back to the 1950s, Lee's Florist Industrial Bank. Those are all reasons to honor it, as well as the fact that Ben's Chili Bowl just is an icon of Washington, D.C. So it's great to remind ourselves of this tradition, this history, as well as to celebrate it. And that's why we're here. Thank you so much. Councilmember Nadeau?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name's Brianne Nadeau, and I have the honor of representing the great Ward 1 right here on Ben's Chili Bowl Way. It's wonderful to be here with you all today. I'm so proud that we were able to do this, but mostly I'm so excited to celebrate the anniversary. And I just want to tell you what it means to me to be the council member who gets to represent Ben's Chili Bowl. It's an honor. And that's because the vibrancy of Ward 1 is in many ways best represented by Ben's Chili Bowl, located right here in the heart of Ward 1. I'm proud to have Ben's family and black-owned businesses here. Your resilience and consistency has seen our ward through so many difficult times. But you know all that. So let me tell you why we named this after Ben's Chili Bowl and what it means to do something the Ben's Chili Bowl way. See what I did there? All right, I got a little punny with you. All right, it's not only the delicious half smokes that are the Ben's Chili Bowl way. It's not only the perseverance against all odds. It is not only the warm and welcoming smile of Mrs. Virginia Ali, who I will tell you will always give me advice when I ask for it, but only when I ask for it. That's the best kind of advice, right? But it's also a family and a business that lifts as they climb, that provides opportunities for others, and that has taken every opportunity to improve the community around them and to improve our city. And so, as I said, it is my honor and my privilege to represent Ben's Chili Bowl and to remind us all what is the Ben's Chili Bowl way. Thank you.
Don't sit down. Okay. I'm going to introduce Councilmember Jack Evans because he's going to present the resolution from the council. Councilmember White, why don't you join us?
Who else is here? Robert? Anybody else? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, we can do better than that. This is a celebration. Good afternoon. Woo! It's the 60th anniversary, right? Woo! We should sing happy birthday, don't you think? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Benz. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Not a singer. I will not give up my day job, all right? I won't give it up.
Ever.
So I'm here to present a ceremonial resolution passed unanimously by the Council of the District of Columbia. And that is a big feat if you've ever seen us on TV, unanimously. And I'm pleased to have an opportunity to read some of the whereases. So it begins as follows. On behalf of the Council of the District of Columbia, this resolution is to honor Ben's Chili Bowl on the occasion of the celebration of his 60th anniversary. Whereas Ben's Chili Bowl was founded on August 22nd, 1958 by Ben Ali and his fiancée, Virginia Rollins, who then got married 7 weeks later. Congratulations. And that's all I'm going to read because it's really hot out here today, okay? And if I were to read the rest of this, it would talk about Ben's in the 50s. It would talk about how they stayed open during the 68 riots and made sure everyone had an opportunity to get something to eat and some place to go. It would talk about the 70s and the 80s and U Street's decline and then comeback. And it would talk about today, how Ben's is the outstanding example of the District of Columbia nationwide. Give him a big round of applause. The resolution concludes as follows. The Council of the District of Columbia is immensely proud to recognize, honor, and express our overwhelming gratitude to Virginia Ali, Nizam Ali, Kamal Ali, and to Ben's Chili Bowl for its many contributions and deeds, and hereby declares today, August 22nd, 2018, as Ben's Chili Bowl Day in the District of Columbia. Woo! Here's a picture. Come on, move over here. Ben, where's everybody? Where's Kamal? Where's...
Well, they're all over. Let's ask Miss Virginia if she might come up. Yeah. Bernard, do you want to be in the photo? All right.
Here, come on, get in here.
All right, we're in.
Everybody good?
All right. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. All righty. Oh, Lord.
All right. It is my pleasure to introduce a woman who has done incredible things. She represents for women all around this country. She took a little radio station and grew it into something major, a major radio and television conglomerate. Please give it up for Miss H, Kathy Hughes.
First and foremost, I give praise and thanks to God, from whom all blessings flow. A big round of applause for our Creator. We could have been a lot of other places today, but God saw to it that we are here. He's holding back the rain, so I'm going to talk fast. The Ali family is the reason that I'm able to stand here today. Virginia Ali, what you and Ben did in this city, in terms of helping people, is exactly what the Bible says. The more you give, the more you shall receive. That's why 60 years young, a big round of applause, please. The Ali family, they were our very first 52-week contract on WOL when we only had one station. Ben Ali came to my office and said, what would it take to make certain that you'll be here as long as I'm going to be here? I'm 20 years behind. We're only 40 years in business, 20 years to catch up. And I hope that I'm never, ever able to catch up, that you'll be here 200 years and I'll be here 180 years, right here in this great city, the #1 city in the world. I asked him, would he be willing to be my first 52-week contract? He and his wife said they'd be honored, and they advertised all night, 12 midnight to 6 a.m. in the morning for the first 5 years of our existence. They made it possible for me to stay in business during some of the most difficult times. And I'm not an exception. they do this for everyone. They have never said no to anyone. Sometimes you don't even have to ask the Ali family. They just reach out to you and help you because they recognize, they see the need in our community, in our peoplehood. That's a very special anointment from Almighty God. They have accepted the mission of helping and building this community, and I cannot say thank you enough, except for the fact I have even a bigger thank you. My picture is being added to the wall of fame. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not drop hints. I told everybody who would listen, I want to be on the wall. All right, some people say, well, Howard University named a school after you. I said, yeah, but if you ain't a student or a parent, you're not going to see my plaque. But you coming down that alley, if you live anywhere in this vicinity, children 200 years from now will be coming down that alley looking up saying, who's that? So we're going to add a few names in the future. And Reverend Jackson also was added. To be added with my brother, Reverend Jesse Jackson, is such an honor. I love you all. I thank the Ali family for including me in today's festivities. And in the true tradition of Ben's Chili Bowl, we having an old-fashioned block party. So you sisters who wore heels, take them off and get ready for a DC-style go-go party at Ben's Chili Bowl. Don't get no better than that.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Wow, I didn't know they did that for you. Kept you in business like that. That's very cool. That's awesome. I do want to say this, though. She said they never said no to anybody. If anybody in here went in there and asked for a free half smoke, they heard no. Y'all remember that sign in there? Bill Cosby is the only person that eats here free. Everybody else has to pay. So, just a small correction. Oh, man. I'm so happy to hear that Kathy Hughes is going on the wall with the next gentleman that I'm about to introduce, because this man has been on the wall for us, the wall for justice, not just for D.C., but for this country and, indeed, around the world. Back in 1988, his presidential campaign, Run, Jesse, Run, baby. Oh, he surprised a lot of people. He surprised a lot of people and helped open the door for Obama to make that run. Please give it up for my brother, Jesse Jackson.
Say, I am somebody. I am somebody. Red and yellow, brown, black, and white. We're all precious in God's sight. Everybody is somebody. Stop the violence. Save the children. Stop the violence. Save the children. If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, I know I can achieve it. Stop the violence. Save the children. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Ben Chillaway, #1. Let me hear you scream. It's good to be back today in the state of Columbia. Every major capital in the world recognizes the vote of people except our own. I want to stop for a moment and have prayer for Aretha Franklin. 1958, when this place began, was the year of Aretha's first hit, Never Grow. Let's join hands and bow our heads for Aretha Franklin. Dear God, we thank you for the joy she brought to us, for using her as an instrument of thy peace, for the song she sang, for the marches she walked on. Bless Aretha Franklin in a special way today. Place in your bosom for somebody as special as she has been to us. We thank you. We thank you for our sister Ali, for those who gathered today. We fall down sometime, but we get back up again because the ground is no place for a champion. And so see us through. Amen. This place takes on special 1958. This is 3 years after Emmett Till was lynched 1958, 5 years before the March on Washington. 1958, those who came here from the South, from Texas across to Maryland, couldn't use a single public toilet. Had money but couldn't buy an ice cream at Howard Johnson, could not rent a room at Holiday Inn. 1958, in the midst of degradation, emerged a star, a flower out of the desert, an oasis out of the desert, a flower out of the. We thank God for the vision of Ben and Virginia Ali and for their workers. They've survived on service, good food, management, and people say they've survived. Repeat, they've survived on good food, good service, good management, and people coming back again, again, and again because of good food, good service, and good management. As D.C. emerged out of the brokenness of that season, there was rebellion, and Ben stood as heart in the middle of chaos and confusion. So we're grateful to be here today. Presidents come and go, but Ben remains. Presidents come and go. Some want to go faster than others. So presidents come and go, but Ben remains. Some presidents must leave faster than others. Put your hands together if that makes sense to you. I ain't calling nobody's name, but get off your rump and beat Trump. I ain't calling nobody's name. Let me say that to have this service here, competition has changed. You come down the street at night now, it looks as if black people just happen to be stopping by. And yet something about Ben's Ali, about the Ben's Chili Bowl, makes us have the joy of accomplishment. So 58, we emerged. 63, we survived. 68, the year Dr. King was speaker and killed, Ben survived it all. Ms. Ali, we thank you. We're in your debt. Say small businesses, hello, say small businesses can thrive, can grow with capital, access to capital, industry, and technology. It's good enough for Kathy Hughes. Good enough, Virginia Ali. Nothing is wrong with us. We deserve the right, the capital, and debt, and credit. We can take a little and do a lot with it. We at least need a little. So I'll express my thanks to you, Kathy, for allowing me to have my picture beside yours today. Another hand for Kathy Hughes. Mayor Bowser, get up for Mayor Bowser. Give it up for the state of Columbia. So we are a state, not just a city. We pay more taxes than 10 states. We deserve a congressional vote. We deserve 2 senators. We pay enough taxes. We die enough in times of war. Give us our due. If Havana can be the capital of Cuba, if the Kremlin can be in Russia, talk to me somebody. So D.C. deserves statehood now. D.C. deserves statehood now. Say, I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. Respect me. Protect me. Never neglect me. I am God's child. I am God's child. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Ben Chillaway, number 1. Let me hear you scream.
Jesse Jackson, come on. What's wrong with running now, Reverend Jackson? Run, Jesse, run. Thank you, Reverend Jackson. Thank you, Kathy Hughes. Your pictures are on the wall. Want to recognize former mayor who's been here forever, Sharon Pratt Kelly. Want to recognize Councilmember Robert White. Want to recognize Councilmember Kenya McDuffie. Somewhere. Oh, by the way, guys, where's Kenya? Kenya, come on, say hi, Kenya. Just wait, there you go, Kenya McDuffie. Guys, guess what? Guess whose birthday is also today? Chuck Brown. Guess whose birthday is also today? The Howard Theater. God's looking down on August 22nd. God has blessed us with Ben's, with the Howard, and with Chuck. One more time, we have to say thank you to those 5 African-American businesses that survived. Lee's Florist, Industrial Bank, Howard Theater, Ben's Chili Bowl, and the Prince Hall Black Masons right down the street. Don't forget. Thank you. The Lincoln Theater. God bless you. Vincent Orange, the chairman, the CEO and president of the D.C. Chamber of Commerce, has a special announcement to make for you. Please, Vincent Orange.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody feeling? My name is Vincent Orange, and I'm the president and CEO of the grandparent of everyone, and that's the D.C. Chamber of Commerce. D.C. Chamber of Commerce is celebrating its 80th year in business and being the voice of business, and I'm pleased to be here with our chairperson, Marie C. Johns, who's out in the audience. Let's give her a round of applause. And before I make my announcement, no one has done this. I know Jack Evans always says, it's all been said, but I like this line, but not by me. So it hasn't been said by me, but we're not going to go through all that. But I will ask you to do one thing, and that is to give me a B, give me an E, give me an N, give me an apostrophe, give me an S. And what does that spell? Benz, Benz, Benz. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the D.C. Chamber of Commerce, I'm pleased to announce that Ben's Chili Bowl will be honored at the D.C. Chamber's 80th Anniversary Chamber's Choice Awards and Gala as the 2018 Business of the Year. Let's give it up for Ben's Chili Bowl. So please come and join us on October 19th at the Marriott Marquis, where we will be celebrating our 80th anniversary and celebrating the 60th anniversary of Ben's Chili Bowl and the Ali family. And a special thanks to Virginia Ali for all the great things that you're doing, raising your children, raising Youth Street, all the corporate social responsibility that you've given back to this community, and just making us all feel proud to be here with you and all the dignitaries that have come out. Thank you so much, and we love Ben's Chili Bowl. Thank you.
Believe it or not, we're actually on time. We're supposed to end at 12. It's only 11:48. If you think it's hot here, try going to Afghanistan. If you think it's hot here, try to go into Iraq. Let's count our blessings. We're on U Street, in the nation's capital, the Black Mecca of America. We're not in Iraq and Afghanistan, as Reverend Jackson said. Bring a little peace to the world. I apologize that I did not see him earlier, but please let me recognize and bring up for a moment Joe, the Black Eagle Madison. Joe.
It is just a moment. Anybody that has 4 hours on radio and you give him a moment, I'm going to take a moment. Reverend Jackson raised us. And in honor of Reverend Jackson, I do want to say this. 88, we went out and registered to vote. please tell your folks all over the country, we've got to register and get that vote out this October. Donnie Simpson, he preceded me to Washington, D.C. I knew him when he was, now y'all get this, the love bug. He still is the love bug. And nothing taught me more about radio than this lady right here, Kathy Hughes. And I'm going to be like Kathy. I want in that wall too. I'm just going to tell you straight up, but I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait. But Mrs. Ali, God bless you, and I'm going to tell you, the proof of just how gracious you are your family. Those are the nicest young men and the women that they've married and the grandchildren that they've produced. It says a lot about who you and your husband are. And we thank you, and long live Benz. Long live Benz. God bless y'all.
The awards just keep on coming. I just got a note. I'm bringing up Mickey from PETA, and she has an award for Ben's Chili Bowl. Come on, PETA, come on up.
Hi, my name is Nikki, and I'm here with PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and it's my great pleasure to present this certificate to you for your 60th year anniversary for serving delicious, animal-friendly, hearty vegan options. Congratulations.
Could the Ben Ali family please come forward? The Ben Ali family. Ben Ali family, please come forward. Bishop Lewis, would you come forward? We've also been informed that today's birthday is Doyle Mitchell's father of the Mitchell Family Industrial Bank of Washington. Hello, round of applause. Bishop Lewis.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I didn't hear you. Thank you, Mrs. I call her Ben. She has allowed my prime rib. This is my prime rib. And she is my prime rib because I don't have any spare ribs. And she's telling me, let's go, honey. We like to thank Mrs. Ben for giving us the opportunity to create a commemorative stamp for the Ben Ali. Please unveil it. They want to see it. Now, I've got to say this for Brother Ben. Somebody said it couldn't be done. I'm going to say that. Somebody said it couldn't be done. But he, was a chucker replied, maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a bit of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled a thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody soft, oh, you never do that. At least nobody's ever done it. but he pulled off his coat and pulled off his hat. And the first thing we knew, he'd begun it with the lift of the chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quitting. He started to sing as he tackled a thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Now there are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to count out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But buckle right in with a bit of a grin. Take off your doubts and go to it. Start to sing as you tackle the thing that can't be done, and you'll do it. Thank you. Thank you.
Mom, it's you if you want it. Or either you or come out. Somebody close. Somebody. You, Mom? Mom, you? Ladies and gentlemen, Kamal Ali, representing the family. Kamal, come forward. We just anointed you. Mom said you're speaking. If Mom wants to speak, she can speak. Kamal.
Hello, Washington. Hello, D.C. U Street. What's up? You know, I woke up this morning, and I saw this, the first thing I saw on my phone this morning from a customer. Please share my congratulations with Virginia Ali, who it has been my distinct pleasure to have known since I was a young boy. It has been my honor and my privilege to watch the Ali family not only nourish our community, but stood as an ethical and responsible leader in the community to bridge all peoples. You not only fed us, but you brought us together as a community to show that no matter who you are or where you came from, we could all sit at the same table and treat each other respectfully. That, in and of itself, is a major accomplishment and demonstrative of both leadership and love as we struggle with these very issues today. Congratulations again. This was from one of you. This was from one of our customers. This says it best. God bless you all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy birthday. It's 11:58, 2 minutes before time. Happy birthday, Ben's Chili Bowl.